Hello, Empty Bottle here. Today we're going to be playing Sterling Shroud. Just a heads up warning, this one might be spooky. I don't normally play spooky games, so I might be a big baby. We'll see how it goes. You faintly sense that you're laying on the ground. You slowly open your eyes and see that you're resting on the floor of a dark forest. It must be nighttime. It certainly looks spooky. You make to sit up, but wince. Your head is splitting with pain. Where are you? The last thing you can remember is you were on a trip, a camping trip, with Seth. Did Seth knock us out? You and Seth got into a heated argument about something. Then you remember you'd stormed off to gather more firewood and had slipped and fallen. Okay, so apparently we just slipped and fell. We self-injured. You stand up gingerly, trying to get your bearings. Seth might be worried about you. Better get back to the campsite. You see your own footprints on the ground trailing off to the east. Okay, so I don't know a whole lot about the game. I know that it's got like a very plain not text adventure, because obviously there's visuals. Very old school, like King's Quest, Space Quest kind of vibes. I don't know if we're gonna have to type in stuff. I don't know if we're gonna have to point and click. I'm not sure what this all is, but we'll figure it out. Your camp must be off that way. Okay. My keyboard's not doing anything, so I'm guessing we have to click on stuff. It's flashing east. Set our footprints back to the camp. We're east, so let's go east, I guess. You clamber up the slope and find your way back to the campsite, shrouded in darkness. So our campfire's out. You don't see or hear Seth anywhere. Maybe he went looking for you. But the van is gone too. No, did he abandon you here? Seth? I usually don't swear. I'm gonna bleep that out. Okay, clicking the boxes does nothing. I guess nothing's highlighting on the screen. The trees stretch high into the darkness above you. It's too dark to see any further. Okay, so we can click stuff in the environment. The fire pit you and Seth had made seems to have burned out, the ashes barely glowing a dull orange. Because like in the old days, I say the old days, in the 80s, we used to have to type into the game, like, go to door and like pick up knife or whatever. How long have you been out for? The hastily put together tent sits at the edge of the clearing. Inside you find only the dirty old tarp you had laid down. Had you and Seth even unpacked the sleeping bags? You struggle to recall. It's a supply bin we haven't unpacked yet. It's sealed with thick tape. You try and use your fingernails to tear the tape, but it's no use. You need something sharper. Do we have like an inventory? I always press I on the keyboard. Nothing happened. We got a book. It's that stupid book Seth wouldn't shut up about. Titled Folklore of the Sterling Basin and Surrounding Wilderness. You don't believe in any of this stuff, but Seth eats it all up. Oh, we're gonna like see some like cryptid stuff? You flip it open to see that Seth wrote something on the inside cover, but it's too dark to read. Okay, chairs. It's Seth's rusty old camp chairs. He loves these chairs so much, he takes them everywhere. But he didn't take them with him. Oh, he must have left in a hurry to leave you and the chairs behind like this. Maybe he saw something that spooked him. A branch seems to have fallen from the canopy high above you. Could you carve this? Perhaps not. It looks rotted. Seth's rusty old cow. Okay, both chairs are the same. What is this? Is this like a beetle? Laying on the ground near the camp chairs, you find Seth's old multi-tool. You pick it up. This could come in handy. Oh, a Swiss Army knife. Sweet. Oh, I mean, unbranded multi-tool. Use the multi-tool. Oh, we cut the tape on the cooler? You flick the multi-tool open and use the knife to cut the tape. In the bin, you riffle? I thought it was rifle. You riffle through various empty bags and boxes until you find something. It's an old map of the forest with our campsite and what looks like a radio tower marked. Maybe someone at this radio tower can help you get out of here. This is the map, I guess? Oh, cool. So I'm guessing this is our camp. And that is 4, 2, so we go over 4 and up 2. Okay, so it's using XY coordinates, like a Cartesian plane. And then radio tower at 5, 5. And it said we should go there. Pencil came with the maps. Perhaps you can leave your own marks. Oh, that's cool too. Click anywhere on the map to leave a mark. Click again to cycle marks. Okay, cool. So we can mark the map up and stuff. That's helpful. I mean, seems helpful, I guess. Compass? It's the old compass you found with the map. Needle stays frozen no matter which way you point it. That doesn't seem very helpful. So I guess we go to the radio tower. That's where it wants us to go. I guess we could go exploring as well, but let's go to the radio tower. So right 1, up 3? How do we get out of here? Map. So east and then 3 north. Did I look at everything? Bushes. Alright. Oh, can we... Does the multi-tool have a flashlight? Can we look at what he wrote on the inside cover of the book? Too dark to read. Use the multi-tool on this. You use the multi-tool to take your frustration out on the book. It's surely the reason Seth wanted to camp out here in the first place. Bits of shredded paper fly everywhere. Oh, did we ruin the book? Okay, it looks like we can still read it. I thought maybe we'd like soft-locked ourselves, not being able to read the book. Okay, anyway, east. Rocks and branches. And some cattails or something. The dead brush rustles dryly in the night breeze. Searching through stiff leaves, you find nothing. The branch seems to have... That's the same dialogue. Weathered rock is half buried in the earth. It feels cool to the touch. Okay, are these all just the rocks? Dead brush. Trees that tie into the darkness. Too dark to see any further. Okay, north. Trees, branch. I just don't want to miss anything. Okay, so trees, rocks, and bushes, basically. And it's not letting me click on this little thing here. Weathered rock. I'm assuming that's all the same. Ooh. You enter a large clearing, and your eyes fall on what appears to be a small radio station outpost. Why is this here in the middle of this forest? It appears to be out of use and overgrown, but maybe you can still get some help somehow. See some broken power cable? The wire that once connected to the radio tower is severed. Perhaps there's a way to fix or replace it. Okay, so... We'll try to remember that we can maybe fix that. The radio tower stands tall and indifferent to the cold night, rising high into the darkness, and you assume, above the treetops. If you can figure out how to get it working, you might be able to use this to call for help. Okay, so this seems like maybe our primary goal is to get the radio tower working. This transmission station looks like it has not been used for ages, as evidenced by the crumbling cement walls riddled with moss. Maybe there's still something inside that can help you through. The old metal door seems like it's about to fall off the hinges. You try the handle. It's locked, though it rattles. I'm sorry, can't read. It's locked, though it rattles, and as though barely so. Maybe I can pick the lock somehow. Are we gonna Skyrim our way into the building here? You carefully slide the blade of the multi-tool between the frame and the loose handle. The lock clicks and the door screeches ajar. I thought we were gonna have to do like a lock-picking thing. The stale air and thick layer of dirt and dust tell you that this place has not been in operation for a while. A cheap metal stool sits in the dark corner. You try to sit on it. It wobbles, feeling as though it's about to collapse. You quickly stand back up. There's a narrow window with metal shutters in the corner of the room. You try to peer outside, staring straight into the darkness. Is your imagination getting the better of you, or is something out there moving? Oh, that's creepy. I hope nothing out there's moving. Can we turn the light on? Bare light bulb and string dangle from the ceiling. You pull the string, but the light remains dark. Desk? You slide the drawers open. Inside, you see a booklet detailing the operation of the radio. You flip through it until you find the section about making calls. Connect to a channel, Retur is not a word that I know of. Refer to the attached frequency tuning chart on the back. You flip the booklet over, only to find a set of torn staples. The chart is not here. Is this the chart? There's a note on the counter. It reads, labor log, feedback extended, page 3. There's someone out there. I swear to God I heard something following me. Someone following me. When I turned around, I swear I saw it hide from behind a tree. That's not creepy at all. There's no way in hell I'm going back out there again. It must be a squatter living in that shed I found earlier. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not working this site again. Boss can work out here and get mugged by that tall hobo if he wants. It continues on to another page. The radio is broken. Somebody must have sabotaged it. And I'm sure if he did, the missing parts are in that shed. I gotta go get them. I hate leaving my truck back at 7-3, but what choice do I have? Alright, so I'm gonna take some notes here. 7-3, truck, maybe? I need to make a run for the shed if I want to fix this damn radio. Oh, I guess we could just mark it on our map, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. Truck? Question mark? Radio? On the desk, you see a very foreign looking device. What you can only assume is some sort of radio. It doesn't look that foreign to me, but our character may have never seen technology before. Also, we just banged our head pretty hard. Maybe we're just not quite with it. You press the power button, but nothing happens. Twiddling some knobs and pressing more buttons has the same effect. Must be unpowered. Even so, there are hardly any labels. How do you even work this thing? What is this? Tucked away under the desk sits a strange metal frame. It's labeled with a plus and minus on either end. A set of wires with small clasps dangle right next to it. What is this thing? Some sort of like battery thing? Plus and minus. Maybe we get some cables we gotta connect. I don't know. Oh, sound effects. You pry open the desk cabinet. It creaks loudly as it reluctantly reveals its contents. Several empty cans, a torn bag, and an emergency glow stick. You bend it to see if it's still good. With a loud crunch, the stick begins to glow brightly. Man, I haven't used a glow stick in many years. I wonder if we can go back and read the book now that we have like a light source. I'm guessing this is light source. Oh, did we just like use it? Use the glow stick. So is everything? Can we look out the window now and see better? No. Okay. Oh, okay. We can turn it on and off, I guess. Okay, that was the radio again. I thought the receiver part might be different. Are each drawer their own thing? This is the same as before. Following the wires, you see they all seem to connect to this box embedded in the wall. Does this lead outside to the tower? Okay. Caution sign? A couple of posters are plastered to the wall. The larger one on top reads, "Safety first. Avoid wandering astray by tracking your current location. Ask your ranger about a map and compass today." You try to read the smaller worn poster underneath, but it's being blocked by the larger one. If you could remove it... multi-tool? Use the blade to peel the bigger poster away. The smaller poster has been stained and shredded, but you manage to read, "In the event, try not to. Category Crimson, not worth the risk. 4W3S. Okay. So that seems like less of a coordinate and more of like a direction, like 4 left, 3 down from something. So I'm just going to write that down. 4 west, 3 south, and override in case of evacuation procedures. So I'm just going to write a question mark next to that and make a mental note that that might be a thing we need. Did we get everything? Can we look at the mold? Okay, it looks like we got everything here. So I guess our next breadcrumb says 7-3, the truck, I guess. So let's head to the truck. We'll go down 2 and right 2. That one comment in there, I guess, was it on the note? I forget where it was, but it said I turned around and looked and the thing was like hid behind a tree. It just makes me think something's gonna pop out from one of these trees. I'll put a little jump scare thing in the way if something's about to happen, but I'm gonna get jump scared for sure. I know it. Okay, we found the truck. Doesn't look like it's in very good shape. A sloping hill leads down to a small valley clearing. At the bottom you see the remnants of some abandoned logging activity. Perhaps this was once a timber road or service checkpoint? Alright, oh my god, what is that? That was super loud. I'm probably gonna turn that down, but that scared the crap out of me. I was not expecting that. I have headphones on too, so it's like, oh, the sound design's pretty good actually. Good atmosphere in this game so far, I like it. Let's read the note. The note reads, "Labor log, feedback, extended page 2. Boss better be paying me triple for this. Someone or something has cut the gas line in my truck, and I just had it filled up too. I was gonna drive my truck out to pick my bag up on the way out of here, but screw that now. I'm gonna go to the radio station and call the Rangers to come pick me up. In case it takes a while, I left my bag somewhere south of my truck." Okay, so south of truck. Okay, sorry, I'm making notes here. Anytime you see me stop moving, it's just me taking physical notes on an actual piece of paper, something that long lost. We haven't done it in a long time with video games. Weather dogs half buried, okay. Little stump left behind from an old logging operation, no doubt. And now sits decaying away here on the forest floor. A tall pile of logs sits at the base of this hill. So it looks like it's been a while since they've been cut down. There seems to be some sort of sign over there. You approach it cautiously and try to read it, but it's too dark to make it out. Oh, glow stick. You bring the light to the sign and the faded words become visible. Service Road 87F. Danger. Restricted area. Do not enter. I'm going to write 87F down. I don't know if that's going to be relevant, but F. Another stump. Okay. Alright, to the truck, I guess. This broken down truck seems to have been left here years ago. You peer into the front and see that it's missing its seats and steering wheel. In the back, you see branches and leaves along with a truck bed lockbox. But where's the key? Multi-tool? No, okay. So I guess the next breadcrumb is to the bag, which they said was south somewhere. So let's just head south and see what happens. You stumble into a patch of the woods thinned out by woodcutters. Hang on, I'm thinking here. I'm going to check the map on something. Let me read this first. Stumble into a patch of the woods thinned out by woodcutters. You spy the occasional stump here and there, chopped short by loggers years ago. So the truck, and now we're down to, so we're in this. This is where the bag is. I just want to make a mark there. And maybe I'll write it down as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 is bag. Okay. You read the neatly formatted note. Labor log, Alder. Hours clocked, 14. Logs accrued, 17. Workplace incidents, 4. Feedback. Reassignment request. I hate this forest, and I don't think we should be logging here. I always find myself getting lost, even when I'm using my map. It's like the woods are shuffling. Oh no. There are bones everywhere, and I feel like I'm being watched while I work. To make things worse, I found a shack somewhere north of 2-4 that looks like a squatter's camp. Alright, so shack north of 2-4. Alright. Then there's the rumors the boys were spreading about the cave around here. This whole thing feels unsafe, and I can't stand working on the site anymore. I'm serious. Alright, axe? A worn lumberjack axe is embedded deep in the wood of one of the stumps. Grabbing it, you can feel that it's lodged so tightly that it's stuck. Can we unstick it? You try to use the multi-tool to pry the axe free, but it's no use. The rust and elements have sealed it here with this dead stump. In this dead stump. Alright, bag. A wrinkly, stiff bag lays up against the stump. You open it to find the tattered remnants of a shirt, some leather gloves, and a small key. You pocket the key. Maybe this will open the truck's lockbox. Is there anything we missed? This is the rock. Got branches. So we have the key now. I guess we go back to the truck, which was 2 north. Why do I hear a heartbeat? I don't like this. It's getting faster. The air grows still and silent. Are we okay here? Can we be here? Use the key on the truck. Okay, into the lockbox. You hear a gritty crunch and the box lid loosens. Inside the box, you find a sticky, empty gas canister, bits of stiff rope, and a large car battery. It's not corroded. Maybe I can use this. Okay. Let's get the heck out of here and go back to the radio tower. 2 left, 2 up. Oh my god. Jesus. Alright. That was really spooky. There was something right there. I'm not cut out for this. Alright. Do we really want to go inside and, like, block ourselves in? I didn't click on the door. There we go. Alright, so I guess the battery goes here. Slide the car battery into the frame and connect the wires. Almost instantly, the radio begins beeping and flashing. It's powered now. Okay, but we still don't know how to use it. With the battery connected, the lights on the radio flicker and it hums softly. However, a large light at the top glows a bright red and the machine beeps urgently. Something is still broken. Perhaps a wire connection somewhere? Maybe the one outside, I guess. Alright, so can we fix this with the multi-tool somehow? The wire that once connected the radio tower severed. Okay, so that's not the answer there. Or we just have to go wandering now? I guess it told us about the squatter's hut, the shack, that was north of 2-4. So if we go here, and I'll use the triangle to remind me to go north. So, south 1, west 3. I'm just waiting for, like, Bigfoot to jump out on us. So we're in 2-4 right now, so we just go north. Maybe. Oh no. You spot an unknown shape in the dark. It appears to be a large pile of debris, but upon approaching, you realize that this is a shack. An old ruined one splintered by the elements. I'm sure that's not blood. There's blood here. Ah, I sit corrected. It's all over the hole in the wall of the shack, and bloody handprints. What happened here? Oh, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. You doubt anyone lives here anymore. The shack is derelict and dead. It has a gaping hole in the middle. Partially collapsed, it looks like you can climb through it. Can I try to use the door? Though, is that blood? Okay, it's not letting me use the door. I guess we use the, maybe a jump scare incoming. I'll post on the screen somewhere if there's going to be a jump scare. Sorry, I'm going to get scared when I click on this. I'm guarantee it. As you clamber cautiously through the open wall, your eyes adjust to see the wrecked interior. The banjo's never a good sign. I've seen Deliverance. Time has taken its toll on this place, as dirt, water, and grime are everywhere. I guess we've been reading the note first on all these, so. Written in a quick scrawl, you read the note. Maybe I should have waited to read the note. I have no clue what the heck is going on. I was halfway out of here and it attacked me. I don't know what that thing was, but it was not human. I managed to fend it off and scare it away, but it got my arm. I think it's broken or something. I don't know what it did to... I'm sorry. I don't know what it did to it, but it hurts like heck and smells rancid. There's nothing in or around this building that could help fix the radio. That's my only way out of here. Walking could take days, not to mention getting lost. Maybe that thing is hiding in the parts of the cave the boys were talking about. So if those stories are true, that's the last place I need to be right now. I'll wait for daybreak and search around 6-8 where they said it was. Alright, writing that down. 6-8 cave. It says around 6-8, but it'll probably be at 6-8. I don't know. I'm not poking around in the dark anymore with that creature out there. Written much more sloppily on the next page, you continue to read. It's been hours. The sun should be up by now, but it's still dark. My arm's getting worse. It's hard for me to move it. I hear noises, but I see nothing. It's like I'm trapped in a nightmare. I can't stay here. I'm making a run for that cave. It's my last hope. I'm really spooked, by the way. Like, more than I feel like I should be. Great job, developers, by the way. I'm not clicking on the banjo yet. A small squat barrel sits in the floor. It's filled with nasty still water, with a strange shaped blobs floating within. It smells putrid. What's in here? It's too dark to make it out. I guess glow stick? Did I just hear scratching as well? Shining the light into the barrel's water does not help you see what it contains. Its water surface is coating in a greasy, gunky layer of some opaque substance. Maybe you could try to grab one of the objects with a tool? Do we have to? You try and awkwardly fish one of the objects of the water against your better judgment. You snag one and lift it up and find a dripping, rotting body of a small bird. You drop it quickly and it splashes back into the barrel. That's gross. This stove almost looks like a little sumo wrestler. An antique wrestling black iron stove sits in the corner. Inside are the remains of a fire long since put out. Seems to be something carved into the side, but it's too dark to read. Glow stick. Close to the stove and read the engraving. Wretched. The curse will always spread. Wretched's in caps. I'm gonna write that down. Errant. Oh, okay. West, east, maybe? Errant. All seen will soon be dead. Scornful, new blood will quench its thirst. I'm sure I don't need to write the full words here, but I'm doing it anyway. Timeless. The answer is each first, which is the clue to say west, east, south, T? What's T? Timeless. That was an in-game noise, by the way. That was not I didn't drop anything in my real life. Musty burlap saps hang from the ceiling, swaying slightly. Multi-tool? You cut one of the sacks open. Several pounds of dirt pours out onto the floor. Desk? Rickety old side table. There's no accompanying bed to be seen. Where's the bed? Alright, laying against the wall is an aged banjo. Its rusty metal strings barely strung to the body. You consider, could those strings conduct electricity? Alright, let's grab some strings here, I guess. You cut the strings of the banjo and tie them together into long makeshift wire. Hopefully those work as a replacement wire for the tower. Oh hey, the window moved. And somebody's banging on the window. I just took a big deep sigh. I just realized I wasn't breathing very heavily for probably this entire time. In addition to the broken wall, there's a yawning hole in the roof. I kind of want to get out of here. We have the string, and where do we need to go? We're a little north of here. Oh shoot, I don't remember how many times we went north. Let's go south 3 and then right 3 and see what happens. Oh my god. This is fine. I think this is gonna take us to the radio tower. Here we go. Okay, I found it. I was off by 1, but it worked out. You use the wire. You connect the shoddy makeshift wire to the 2 ends of the severed wire. The radio tower is now connected to the electrical box. Can we use the radio now? With the power restored and tower connection fixed, the radio blinks a soft green light and awaits input. However, the knobs and switches are still foreign to you. You need to figure out how to tune this thing. Surely the instructions are somewhere. Gee, I wonder, are they in the cave? I don't want to go to the cave. Cave sounds scary. Alright, well... 6, 8, where's that? 5, 6... 5, 6, 7... 8? We'll do a hole for the cave. Is that 6, 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. So... Ooh. I feel like a big baby. So I'm going to split this up into two, and I will do an addendum at the end of this video if the rest of the game is too graphic or spooky for me, or if I can't figure out what the heck to do. But the clues that they left us so far have been pretty straightforward, so I think we'll be able to keep going here. But I am clearly spooked. I'm like sitting like nervously in my chair. I'm glad I have the light on right now. This is really cool. I like this a lot. Little out of my my main territory. I don't normally do spooky games. I am looking forward to the rest of this. I hope that you enjoyed this, because I feel like I'm subjecting myself to mental trauma and pain. And I know it's like, boo-hoo, it's not that bad, but I assure you, I am a baby. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I'm Empty Bottle, and we'll see you next time.